All right, Jeremy Hazel here from 7 Seasons Studios, and if you like what you see and you want more, this comes from our class, The Ultimate Guide to Mockups in Affinity Photo and Photoshop, which is available in the subscription plan at the link below. So if you like what you see and you want more, click on the link below to check out how you can get all of our content for one low monthly price. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, gang, and welcome to this lesson on mockups. Now, we're talking about the theory of mockups, right? So what I wanted to do is I just wanted to give you a couple resources that are available free online that you can use to develop color palettes for your mockups. Finding either a set of complementary colors or triad of colors is one of those things that will make your mockups pop. You don't want too many colors, and you don't want colors that don't work well together. So what I'm including here in the lesson that we're about to watch is 3 resources that you can use online free that will help you. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, gang. So when you do mockups, one of the things that we really pay attention to is the color scheme. And sometimes it's hard to find colors that are either complementary or similar, or maybe you're going for a triadic type of theme. So these are 3 resources that I use quite frequently. And the first one is coolers.co. So this is an interesting one, and I'm just going to kind of show you the basic idea. The bottom line for this product, and by the way, there is an Adobe extension and such, is it's a generator for different palettes. So if you come into here, let's just do the basics. One, it gives you all of the different codes. So let's go ahead and start here, right? Let's go ahead and close out all of this. Now, let's say that you like this color. We're going to toggle lock it. And now let's hit space. Now it will pull in other colors. So let's say I like this one and this one. You can come in and you can keep working until you have up until 5 colors that are in a palette. And once you've got that, you can export it. So you can copy the URL, you can download it as a PDF, you can save it as an image, whatever you decide to do. We got SVG. So this is a very simple way that you can test what colors work well next to one another, right? And when I say that they work well, notice if I want to drag this to the side here, I can drag it to the left, I can drag it to the right, I can drag this one over. And so this is a nice way to pick out some different colors. There's a lot to this, right? You can come in here and you can view them as a gradient. They've got tutorials. They've got a lot you can do. You can create a collage. So if you create an image, you can go ahead and check it out in your collage to see how things are going to work. This site is one of those that I really like. So there's a lot of things you can do with this. We come over here. You can get a library. You can sign in. And then it will give you the hex codes, the HSBs, the HSLs, all of these depending on your actual colors. So a lot of stuff you can do with that. This one is very powerful. And so if you're interested in this, you can go through and check for contrast as well, or you could even color pick if you want to. The interesting thing is here, if you upload a photo, you can pick a palette from your photo. So we'll talk a little bit about that here next. Let's go ahead and take a look at one where you start with a photo. This is designseeds.com. Again, they do have some things that are for sale, but everything here, the cool thing here is that they take a photo and then they create a palette off from a photo. Now, Affinity Photo has this capability, but it's interesting to see what other people are working on. So notice the color shore. They took this, there's the palette. So you can use Design Seeds. This is one that I use quite frequently. And they even give you the different hex codes for this particular palette. Some cool stuff over here. If you're looking at creating a mock-up, let's say in a green, you could go this route. Nature tones. Perfect. And then they'll recommend some others. The list goes on and on and on. So Design Seeds, Coolers. The last one, which you guys are probably already aware of, is Adobe Color. This is color.adobe.com. You do not need an Adobe account to do this. And so you can work on analogous models, or what are called color coords. Let's say you want to go monochromatic. If you're working with white mockups, you can go monochromatic, and it gives you the RGB codes, the hex codes. So everything is pretty well set up here. You can go triadic. You can even go complementary. And now let's say here, I want to take this and I want to pull this out. I can see kind of how this would change as I go along. So if you wanted to do that, you could easily do it this way. And then you can change the number of colors. You can change a lot of stuff on here. You can do shades, right? Now you've just got different shades of the same color. So we can come around the circle. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this. If you have an Adobe Cloud account, you can save the theme and from the created image. All right, so there's some really good stuff here. These are 3 resources for color when you're looking at mockups, and I personally love working with all 3 of these. All right, folks, I don't want to keep this one too long, so let's go ahead and get with the making of the mockups.